All right, now we... Oh, fuck, it started.
Highlighted queen h4, which again, as I've said a few times, I think he's his openings, it's the one big weakness that he has, and that it seems like once he gets out of the opening, he gets the middle part of the game, he can play it pretty well, but at the very start it feels like he's just a little bit too tentative most of the time.
Yeah, agreed. All right, let's see what he's thinking about the opening right now.
I resigned.
I don't mind that. Queen check. Pawn can just take it. I forgot about that.
Wild start.
Pawn up, is that any good?
What do you think about going for the exchange French? Maybe a good thing.
Let's just chill for a minute. Let's think about this for a second.
I mean, I like the idea of playing the exchange French, but I think there's a lot of danger because I feel like probably Pokimane has actually looked at this opening setup, so it's very likely she'll know what her ideas are.
Right. Yeah, it's obviously we know that Pokey is working hard at chess. She's looked at the French. We know Anna Rudolph is coaching her in the French. So, you know, getting out of the opening not in the sharpest lines of the French might be good for Felix, but I hear what you're saying too. Yeah, if she's looked at it. Although now, as long as he castles, plays d4, we're going to have a pretty safe, pretty timid middle game.
I would generally agree with that, which I think is actually not to xQc's advantage. I think he likes positions that are more open than this. So I think this is definitely a very slight advantage for Pokimane in that there aren't straightforward ideas. Whereas for X, I think he likes open positions, and you only have one open file. So I don't love the opening choice because it doesn't feel like stylistically it fits in with the way that he plays.
Now he's developed his knights, but Pokey does have the option. Okay, she just plays
good move, very good move,
super smart.
Right. So far, pretty standard. I mean, I like the way that Pokimane is playing this. I think her position, it's very stable. There aren't really many opportunities to blunder, at least in the next couple of moves. So I think it's a great start for her. It's about as good of a start as she could have asked
Pokey takes this. I think she could take one game for sure.
On the clock, right? We see her.
I think xQc wins. I mean, he crushed Negreanu.
Huge sign.
Yeah.
And Pokey lost to Negreanu.
Yeah, I mean, the two biggest issues, I mean, and they go hand in hand, but the biggest issues for X are his time and the openings.
Yep.
And the reason he ends up down on the clock a lot is because he doesn't have an opening setup. So I think it's really important that before he's in the championship bracket, he tries to do a little bit of work on his opening so he can get out of the opening, you know, first 5 to 10 moves without needing to spend extra time, because in the middle part of the game he seems to do very, very well.
Yep. And we saw that. I mean, this idea with e5 he had against Negreanu, even if objectively black was actually fine and Negreanu found a good move, it was still really a good sign that, you know, xQc sees tactics well. He's trying to open the game, so he needs to get a position where he can do that.
Right. Now I don't know about c5 here. That's a little bit premature. I would have castled first. Fortunately for Pokimane, xQc doesn't really have a way to take advantage of that, and she can still castle on her next turn. So let's see I mean, he's used a lot of time. He's already used 2.5 of his minutes.
Yeah, I kind of like this.
I mean, 2.5 minutes already for the first like 7 moves of the game. A little bit dicey here, I would say.
I think Pokey's pretty goated first 10 moves. Kind of like Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast had winning positions against me both times.
He's still thinking, doesn't quite have a plan here, and you know, good logical move. Developing move. Pokey needs to get castled here before things start heating up in the center.
Right. I think h6 is the only move she has besides just castling here. So let's see. Or she could maybe play pawn to d4. Again, a move that I think is very hard to play. But we'll see. We'll see what her
the gambles go for 5 minutes.
I think castling is very important, though.
Yep.
I think it's fine. I mean,
although now that you
the position's
D4,
literally minus 0.16.
Was c5. I'm thinking, okay, right as I said that, I was thinking maybe she will, because putting the thought together, she actually was preparing this move, and maybe it's a really good one.
Yeah, I think it's a bit conceptually, it's very, very good what she's done so far. Now she should take with the knight. I think it's very important you take with the knight and not the bishop here.
I think she's going to take with the bishop.
Yeah, for sure. If you take with the bishop, everyone, not only does white have a check, which would be a serious problem, but white actually has these squares available for the knight. So really critical that the black takes with the knight here.
Right.
I don't know. She's goated.
Very good. Very, very good so far.
Damn, she's cracked. She's gonna win. She's winning pogchamps.
And I think the thing that I would say once again is it's a very slow kind of position. Not a lot is happening. There's only one open
Beast. Thank you
file
for the prime, buddy.
file. So because of that, I think it's xQc is much more prone to overthinking and using a lot of time trying to come up with an idea versus just playing normal sort of looking.
It is
moves.
wild.
So
she hasn't
it's a very
checked.
tricky situation here for xQc already.
Because she certainly could.
And he needs to kind of not use too much time. Really important that he does not spend too much time here.
Plays 94.
Wow, 94 is a good move.
Yeah,
good
great
move.
He doesn't go backward, and if the trade happens, it's still objectively very equal. But I like the trade for xQc in terms of how he's thinking. And let's take a
Thank
look.
you, Yoo-Hoo and Blackiest for the subs. Yo, Hair, 25 months. Is that good? Castles?
That's check.
Yeah, it is. True Meggies, but why are you checking?
This is a weird positioning.
I'm doing it.
xQc might have the better future with the knight versus bishop, possibly if he bring it to one of these.
Yeah, it should be better for him.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got a great position, but if X sees this idea, that would be seriously big brain, because what it shows, Chad, is that it's like
Thank you, Sturbucks, for the 11 months, and Mike for the 10.
What the weaknesses in the position are.
Right. So yeah, 92 would be a very good move. Rookie 1, which he plays, is also completely reasonable.
Yep.
Yeah, I think white is a little bit better just because the
Not
bishop
much.
is on dark squares and white can put everything on the light squares.
Yep.
Which I think is important.
Why
But
does he say
overall, I feel
juicer?
like this is a very balanced game.
He carves his juicer, and it applies specifically to the pawns. So take the juicer is like going for a pawn.
In the center, it's really, really important that he tries to do that.
He's just trading,
What
bro.
just said about the bishop being on the dark square is super important, because it means that long term, this bishop's mobility is actually kind of limited by her own structure. And so if X finds this idea,
Oh, is it any piece? Oh, I thought it was pawns.
Squares, even
My bad.
like queen f3, this would be really.
I always assumed
sign
pawns were
xQc's
juicers
chess
because they
growth,
could
and
grow.
be a very tough sign for what Poki's going to do with this bishop.
Agreed. That being said, very limited material. I know Pokimane prefers bishops to knights as well, so I think for her this is actually pretty decent.
Okay.
I don't know why that
Again,
would make
for
more
xQc,
sense,
it could be
because
better.
juice doesn't
Maneuvering
grow.
is not one of xQc's
but-
specialties, though,
yeah.
so I think it might be hard for him to find ideas like 92 and 94.
But he plays queen
yeah,
d2.
he plays queen
That's a good
d2.
move, right? Preparing rookie 1.
He might
Reasonably
also be
good.
going
I'm
a5.
I'm not sure what's going to happen. Like queen b5 could come, rook e8. Black can also still just move. I mean, Pokimane can move her queen and then put her rook on e8 as well. So it's still very, very balanced game. Very, very balanced. Although now rook e1 could be a problem.
Yeah, queen e7 maybe didn't anticipate that rook e1 was coming, and X doesn't have to be told. Plays it quickly.
Did you know they named a piece after
very good, very
Pokimane
good
the
moves.
queen,
Here in the
hard
middle,
eyes?
he's moving pretty quickly. I
I'm
like
giving
what
you
he's doing
5
so
minutes to
far.
chill.
Although I'm still not sure that he's I mean, he's still only very slightly better in this.
Okay, if she moves
Yeah, but I mean, look at this
The
game
rook
here. Just like
to
and-
e8,
and just super.
Well, I guess
impressed
she
with how
can,
solid
actually.
They're both playing.
Yeah, this is
very
juice.
equal chess.
it's a juicy
Watch
position.
out for the back rank now if you're Poki.
Hey, Ludwig, trying to bring some positivity today.
Right,
Want to let you know you're very
exactly.
funny
I
and
think she's
understanding
mentioned
dude.
this,
Thank
that
you
it's
for
probably
$3.
the tactic
Appreciate
that
it,
she
Jit.
spotted the most. So I do think she will be aware of it. Now, the one danger here, though, is again, I think in this position, Black normally wants to go g6 and king g7 with the bishop on f6, versus putting the pawn on h6.
Right. If she finds this plan, this would be seriously nice. G6 is a great way to free the back rank, and as Hikaru said, it actually is the most natural thing to do when you have a dark
Monkus?
for bishop and your opponent does not. You're not worried.
Thank
about
you,
losing
Jake
things
of
with
Snake
G6,
Farm, for
so
gifting
that
2
would be
subs.
A very strong find by Poki.
But I think she'll play h6 actually.
Yeah, the more standard way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, queen e4 is a threat now from X, which would be super solid.
Wow.
I like queen d7 though. Very nice move. She saw queen e8 was a threat.
Right.
And retreats the queen backward.
Yeah, very nice. This is going to do a lot to improve both their cap scores. I'll tell you that. They're playing really accurate chess here.
Yeah.
That's actually a very good point. You're right, because for Pokimane, she has made no blunders, so you're right. The accuracy is going to be very high.
Yep.
Both players are probably going to be like 90% is my guess.
Yeah. And it's funny because sometimes it's the style.
Did you
of
know
the
they
game
named a
that can
piece
lead
after
to a higher
Ludwig,
cap
my
score every
pawn?
one. I mean, okay, it's always if you don't make blunders. If you,
oh my gosh, he tried
Oh
to
my
cheese
gosh,
her. He didn't realize it's check.
Yeah.
He didn't realize it's check. He
Oh.
tried to cheese her.
Let's go.
I think he thought he had a back rank checkmate if she takes, but if she takes, it's just check.
Right.
And I think she'll see it too, because it's just like right there in front of her.
Oh, actually, I just saw it. Okay. Yeah, if queen takes pawn,
100% here. 100%,
it's with check.
-1. That's free for her. I didn't see it through.
It looks like you know
he
it.
thought he had a back rank checkmate.
Yeah. You said he didn't think it through.
It's okay though.
Okay, it's not
It's
over
fine.
yet.
It's fine. I want to get that guy out of there. It's so annoying. We need that piece out ASAP. Oh, I could have just threatened to take queen. Oh, that was the right move there,
Oh, she
dude.
sees it.
I never know which way to go here.
Right back, Hikaru. Look at that.
Very nice.
Move.
Wow.
Very nice by Pokimane.
I don't think this
she
is good
spotted
for
the
her
idea
him now,
of the back rank here, and she just takes the juicer and goes back.
Isn't it bad now? Because now she just takes, and you can take, which is great, but you're down a pawn, and you're kingside.
Right now in chat, we got 85,000 of you on Twitch, more than 110,000 of you across different platforms. So stick around. It's gonna be an awesome end of the day.
The best move in this position is queen h3.
Yeah, I'm still getting checkmate right now.
Lurking.
This king that can't move is really bad. I hate this.
Will she find queen d5? I think queen d5 is a very tricky move. To go queen h1.
Wow. If she finds
see what
queen
happens.
d5, threatening queen h1 mate.
Wow, that'd be nuts. I would have never seen that in my life.
I mean, she could also just take, right? And then free her back rank.
The good news is bishop takes is literally the third best move you can make with black.
And X might miss checkmate.
Yeah, I totally could see him missing it. He could really tunnel on the checkmate pattern of the back rank, like queen d5, knight g4.
She could go
knight
d5
c4 to go queen e8.
Right. Oh, that's a great point.
She's kind of correct.
If she goes here, he'll be thinking about moving his knight for his checkmate, and you could easily miss your opponent's
Okay, she goes queen h3, which is also quite good. And now after king g1, will she play rook e8? That's the one piece that's not in the game here.
Queen h3 was the best move in the position, but only
if she does,
if you do the
X
rook
is in
move.
big trouble, like big trouble.
Super scary to play though, because we know she's got to be nervous about the back rank. She talked about it before.
Right.
Hey Lud, came out as
Let's
trans
see.
recently.
Will
Can
he
I
play?
get a
Will she play
welcome
rook
to the
e8
boys
or not?
one
That's the
time
big
for
question.
Also,
Got
sorry
1
for
minute.
lowering the 14% lol.
Bro, eat shit, man. I'm trying to fucking up that number. You're killing me out here. Although I guess now when I say boys, it refers to you, which is Pog. But welcome. What's up? What's up, boys? How's it going? They're fucking up my numbers, bro. My numbies. This is scary now.
Now she could also just start checking as well. I could see her checking.
Right.
Like if she checks, the game probably will be a draw. I'm guessing. She plays h6, which is okay.
She was terrified.
Although now X is back in the game if he starts pawn gobbling, and like you said, Hikaru, she might just settle on the draw and just say, well, you know what? That's how it is.
Yeah, and just keep checking, right? Yeah. It could happen. I mean, I don't know, but I think if I'm X, you have to be looking to take the pawn on c5 here. But it can be scary because your king is so open as well.
I think if Poki draws, she loses.
He does
the ability to go to championship bracket.
I get the feeling.
If I'm Poki, I'm looking to make a draw here with the checks.
Yeah.
Wait, why though?
The most logical thing probably to do here, and it just shows that these two have become maybe the two best players in their bracket. Not taking anything away from Negreanu, he's been fantastic, right? But the fact that it's unclear is really a testament to how
1.5
Poki's been working, how much X has improved. It's really awesome to see a game like this.
1.5 is full points. Okay,
agreed.
I didn't know that.
And I guess we'll see here. What will he do? Will he go king h1 or king f1?
Thank you, DNA paper, for the 1 year.
Big question mark here.
Let's see what he's thinking. Or not.
No, that's fantastic. The only check she's got is this one, to which I just take.
Why can't she check on F3?
Yeah, if I'm Poki, I'm looking to make a check and make a draw here.
Yeah.
Right?
If she
couldn't she literally force the game to tie? She could. She just did that.
I think she'll check. That's my guess.
Boom, bang. Boom, bang. Boom, bang.
You also have a chance to make the check and bring the rook to D8 and play rook D5 and do the lift to G5.
Oh, wow. That's an idea.
But here's what we got. Okay, well, we don't have it anymore, but we had it.
E6 is an interesting move from Poki. It also shows she wants to play for a win, Hikaru.
Yeah, I mean, I think B6 is just a logical move. Attack the queen. Everything is protected. The only thing here that I would say, actually, I think the problem for xQc in this position is that his king is not safe. He has no protection around his king. So there always are going to be issues with checks here. So he's going to have to use a lot of time to try and avoid those tricks at this point in the game.
Yep. Your idea of bringing the rook to the d file just to show it for those maybe watching is really interesting too, because if this happens, Hikaru's point is something like this. Really,
yeah, just do the double lift into rook G5.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, now there's a rook C8 maybe again, although now Poki has to be careful because of rook G1 check, which is very dangerous, or rook G1 and then threaten checkmate on G7.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so that's scary. If that's what X was going for with queen E5, super impressed.
Right, and I think rook C8 is an important move here. Now she should remember she has not developed the rook here. She should be looking to move the rook somewhere. It's the one piece that she has not used in this game so far.
Yeah. And rook C8 makes a ton of sense. Hits the pawn here. But again, this is now something she has to worry about, and she's taking her time, which means X is not going to be the first one under time pressure. That's big for him because he's typically really struggled when he's gotten low on the clock.
I think she's gonna go
right.
Yeah.
So now she's struggling to see the move rook to C8 or rook to D8 to bring her rook into the game. It seems like she really only sees the open file, and she's kind of tunneling on trying to get a rook there.
Right.
Queen D7 is a completely reasonable move at this point, though. Now, will X play rook E4 or rook G1, or what will he do? Is the question.
No, it's a really insightful point, though, Hikaru. I think you hit the psychology on the head that she's been kind of obsessed with the E file. And that's why she's playing these moves. She hasn't really considered the other files.
So she just has to move the pawn forward one.
Right.
Out.
Well, the way that I saw her head, the way she had like that aha moment where I think she was like, what is this move? And then she spotted the checkmate idea. So I think she has seen it here based on the
xQc does have flawless skin.
But it's hard because she's got to find G6, right? If she plays F6, although...
Right, then there's queen takes pawn. That's true.
Although it's funny because the queen takes pawn and queen d5 is found, like it could get really wild. Anyway.
Right, exactly, yeah. I do think she'll see it though, but she's got to move quickly here. She doesn't have that much time left, so she kind of needs to move her
Go,
pawn.
Poki, go. Come on.
She makes a check, that's fine.
God, that was terrifying. So now he has to
G2
interpose.
We'll assume that xQc finds.
So I think her plan is to now go rook E8.
And so now she has to play like F6 or...
But that wouldn't work, wouldn't it? No, because that would still...
or maybe
that's
G6
still a mate.
Again, I think both moves are playable here.
Yeah.
But X has to be careful because now there's also an idea of rook E8, rook E1.
I just got mated by X.
Great point. Yeah, the rook is pinned now, everyone, so an E file would be checkmate.
Correct.
Yeah, if she sees
very
F6,
tricky position here. But she's got to move. She's getting too low on time now. She has to make a quick move.
E8's a dope attack, but you have to
defend
defend
first. The
first.
risk of F6 is if xQc finds queen E7 as a response, it could go downhill fast. So
yeah.
So really, G6 is probably still the best
G7?
thing.
Yeah,
Can I take his queen? I don't think so. Even though the rook is technically pinned, but does it still serve as a rook?
Yeah.
Oh no, she's thinking she's wondering if it's checkmate.
Much confusion.
Yeah, it is still checkmate.
I think in a case like this, if you're confused, you should actually just assume that it assumes the worst and just stop it. Just assume the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does. So I'm just gonna play.
Poki is not streaming.
Is she talking by herself? Yeah. So it's this weird job called streaming. And get this, all of us are in a room by ourselves, but we talk out loud because people are watching. And it's wild. We get paid money for it. Fucking crazy, bro. She's not live. She's live on chess.com. Do you think she doesn't know that the camera's on her? Oh, she didn't recognize. Oh, she didn't realize it was pinned. Oh, she choked.
Oh, she was playing so well. It was just a tough spot.
Yeah, brutal. Oh, so unfortunate.
And wins the rook.
You really shouldn't be frustrated about this game, though. This was such a great game.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate, but again, I think that the takeaway from this game is that she played really well. I mean, she was in the.
I mean, she literally just didn't. It was the rook, right? Didn't Hikaru call it? She left that rook by himself for like a fucking hour, and he didn't move. The only thing the rook did was get captured.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the only. Again, other options.
So that means xQc and Daniel Negreanu officially move on.